Welcome back to the showtime for this week's Minutes with Matt. Matt Davison of the Husker Sports Network joins us. Week off from basketball, 8-day break after the Purdue game to Ohio State. I kind of want your mid-season take on this team.
Well, I think it's a little bit frustrating right now. You know, you look at the record and you look at what the record could be, and I think those are two different things. And every team pretty much goes through this where you think there's a couple games that you let slip, and definitely Nebraska has done that. But I think you see wins down the road. I think when I look at the schedule, I look within the league, even though it's a very difficult league, the best league in the country, you know, there are some wins out there, definitely at home. I think you can steal a couple on the road. But the bottom line is you have to continue to change this roster. You have to continue to get better players, and it's going to take a couple more years for Tim Miles to completely get his team in place.
Let's talk about this group now, 16 games in. Who would you classify as maybe the most improved guy on this team?
Well, that's a tough one, but I'll give you two answers. From last season's team to this season's team, I think Benny Parker is the most improved player overall. I think when you look at his game last year and the strides he's made, especially on the defensive side, he really has brought good minutes to this team when we've asked him to do so. And so I think Benny Parker is the most improved from a year ago. During this season, I think you have to look at Teran Petaway and also Deverell Biggs. I think both of those guys since November have changed their game to fit this team. I think they've become more unselfish on the offensive end, and I think they've understood the system that Tim Miles is trying to play. So I think those two guys have probably made the biggest strides during the year.
All right, let's change gears, talk some football. We're right in the middle of recruiting season. We're about 3 weeks away from the signing period. Huskers have one quarterback in the fold. In fact, he's already on campus here. Would you be in favor of recruiting a second quarterback for this class?
Well, I don't think you can ever have too many quarterbacks. And I think you look at the roster right now and you see two scholarship guys, and then you see Darlington coming in here. That's just three. You look at just this season, 2013, and you had Taylor Martinez go down. You had Tommy Armstrong go down with an ankle. All of a sudden, you're at number 3 in the Iowa game. And so if you run into that situation again, I think definitely if you can get another quarterback, you get him. Now, you don't just take a guy to take a quarterback. He has to be a guy that you think fits your system, a guy that you think can help your football team. But if you have a guy like that out there, I think you use another scholarship on a quarterback. I don't think there's a question about that.
All right, we'll see how the end result. February 5th, the signing period. Good stuff from Matt Davison, our Minutes with Matt. When we come back, we'll get an update on Husker women's basketball.